I can't promise to turn up a platypus on cue. It has happened a couple of times. Look, I've been occasionally doing media stories and telling the people involved you're not going to see a platypus, and there one's popped up. But unfortunately, they're not there. We haven't got them quite well trained enough yet that they come out on cue. I thought we had something promising there for a minute. Every so often you'll get an anomaly that pops up that, you know. So, yeah, we should try up the next corner because that's where they were this morning, and it's actually easier to spot there because there's less disturbance in the water. Yes, this is a very good spot for seeing platypus. This morning there was 4 in this particular area. Look, the platypus is one of the world's most amazing species. I think if you drew up a list of the World Heritage Species, the platypus would be right up there in the top 5. And so, for that reason alone, we really need to know what's going on with platypus numbers, so that if there is a problem, we can do something about it before it's too late. Over and above that, the platypus is the top predator in freshwater systems. And so, therefore, it's really a case that if you get conditions right for the platypus, then you get conditions right for just about everything else that's sharing the platypus's environment. What I love about platypus, I mean, just is their bizarre look. I mean, you cannot look at a platypus bill without going, wow, this is just incredible, because there's nothing quite like it. I mean, it does look like a duck's bill, but in fact, it's nothing like a duck's bill at all. It's actually very soft, it's very bendy, and it's just, you look at it and you just think, how on earth did this come about? And I've handled thousands of platypus now over the years in terms of our survey work, and yet I never cease to be amazed. Every time I look at a platypus bill, I just want, you know, it makes you want to smile for a start because it's so weird, but it also makes you think, you know, these guys are really, you know, the sort of thing we really have got to make certain we look after. Well, we've been doing the Murray River study now for 2 years, and the good news was that in the second year of the study, the numbers were up slightly on the first year. Not significantly, about 14%, and we can't say for certain exactly that that's a real strong trend, but nevertheless, it's a promising result. The Murray River here has got a lot of, you know, impact over the years where the environment's been a bit degraded, and so consequently there is still a lot of room to improve habitat conditions for platypus and the other things that platypus live with. It can be, there it is there, it's just popped to the surface now, and so it's there creating that streak behind it as the water goes past. He's just dived, so I don't know whether we've scared him. There he is. That time he was out on the surface for about 8 seconds, and that's not untypical. You know, anything from about 6 to 15 seconds is often typical in this part of the river. And he's staying under at this point for about 45-50 seconds at a time, because it's reasonably deep out there. In shallower areas they'll come up a bit more, but he's got to get down to the bottom, find his food. He'll store it in cheek pouches on either side of his bill, and then come to the surface, bring the food into the bill, and then he'll be chewing it away for a few seconds and taking another breath before he starts off again. They're used to people, they're used to the fact that it's a different, you know, a fairly disturbed environment, but it does mean to say that, you know, people need to be aware that platypus are here and that they can, you know, take steps to make certain they don't cause platypus harm.